My name is Azura Cade. I am 30 years old. That night, we were at my coworker's birthday party for more than 3 hours when it happened again. For the third time, Kael touched Leora. Not just a quick brush, not an accidental bump, but a touch that stayed a little too long. He leaned across the bar and touched her forearm while laughing at something she said. I could see it. I didn't miss it. Leora's hair was in a shiny ponytail, and her smile was perfect, like she had practiced it in front of a mirror. She tilted her head just the way someone does when they want someone to notice them more. I knew that look. I used to see him give that look to me. Across crowded rooms. The look he kept in his pocket for me. For the person he was with. I counted slowly in my head. 1, 2, 3, all the way to 10. Then I counted to 20. I had driven us here. I bought the first round of drinks. I smiled politely at stories I had already heard twice. I did tequila shots I didn't want to do because it was networking, and I wanted to be a good sport. But when he touched her arm a third time and played with his hair again, I stopped being nice. When Kael finally came back to our table, he stayed facing the bar. His body was angled toward Leora like a sunflower chasing the brightest light in the room. I stayed calm and said, "Hey, we need to talk about something." He didn't even look at me at first. His eyes stayed on Leora. "What's up?" he asked finally. "The flirting," I said. That got his attention. At last, he looked at me. "Flirting?" he said, pretending not to understand. "I'm just being friendly." "No," I said. "You touched her arm 3 times. You played with your hair twice. And you laughed like you did on our first date." I let that sink in. That laugh meant, I am interested. It wasn't just a joke. He rolled his eyes so hard I wondered if he could see his own brain. "You're being insecure." "It's not attractive," he said. "I'm being honest about my boundaries," I told him. He sighed loudly like it was the worst thing in the world. "God, Azura, you're exhausting. I can't even be nice to people without you making it weird," he said. "There's a difference between being nice and flirting," I said. "You know the difference." He stood up and picked up his drink. "Do you know what? If you're so unhappy, the door is right there. Nobody's forcing you to stay," he said, pointing toward the exit like he had installed it himself. I stared at him. That was it. "Really? That was his answer? What do you want me to say?" he added. "Sorry for having a personality? Sorry I'm not a shut-in like you." His smile was sharp like it could cut. I kept my voice level. Calm, but strong. "I asked you to stop flirting with other women. And you told me if I don't like it, I can leave. I'm leaving." He didn't follow me. He probably didn't even notice for 20 minutes. I walked into the humid night air. The city availed like limes, spilled beer, other people's perfume, and the faint scent of bad decisions. I let the warm night touch the back of my neck, cooling me down, helping me breathe. At home, I stood in the doorway of the apartment we had shared for 8 months. It was our home, but not really his. I looked around. The couch I had picked, the shelves I mounted myself, the plates I had chosen with my first big paycheck. It was all mine. His contributions were small, a stack of old records, 3 dumbbells, and 2 throw pillows that he pretended were ours. Even the mail still went to his mom's house. He had said it saved him time. What it really saved was responsibility. Then my phone buzzed. "Kael. Rude. Did you seriously leave? So dramatic." "Whatever. Leora's giving me a ride home." Of course she was giving him a ride. The decision hit me like a small but heavy weight. He was right. The door was right there. I had just been pretending it was stuck. Step 1. I changed all our shared accounts. Netflix, Spotify. Everything was mine again. Step 2. The bills. The electricity and internet were still in my name, so I scheduled them to be disconnected in 30 days. That would give him plenty of time to take care of himself. Step 3. Packing. Not in a messy hurry. Careful and precise. 1 week of clothes, my toiletries, my laptop, my passport, and a framed photo of my sister and me on a Ferris wheel went into my big suitcase. Not the scratched-up one that got stuck on curbs. Kael had always thought he had me figured out. Quiet Azura. Reliable Azura. The Azura who wouldn't leave because where would she go? He didn't know about my promotion last month. He didn't know about the apartment HR had offered me for corporate housing. He didn't know because every time I tried to celebrate a win, he called it bragging and changed the subject. I wrote a note on the kitchen counter. "You were right. The door was right there. I used it. The apartment is paid through the end of the month. After that, it's your problem or Leora's. Best of luck. M." I took one last slow look at the plant I had kept alive, the rug I had saved months to buy, the space that would soon be louder without having anywhere to put my own quiet. Then I booked a nice hotel for the night, using my company credit card. I had saved money from work, money I was allowed to use so I could give myself a little peace. In the hotel room, I turned off my phone. The silence felt good. I lay on the bed and felt my heartbeat calm down, notice itself again. People always talk about the moment you leave someone as if it's fireworks exploding in the sky. For me, it was a dimmer switch. The light didn't flare. It steadied. The storm of drama will come tomorrow. Texts, calls, social media posts, apologies that weren't really apologies. But tonight, I chose something small and strong. Sleep. I woke once in the dark, reached for my phone, but didn't check it. I rolled over and watched a slice of city light crawl across the ceiling like a quiet, patient promise. In the morning, I would email HR about the corporate unit. I would ask my mom if she still had my grandmother's mixing bowls I never picked up. I would drink coffee without bracing myself for a conversation that would end with me apologizing for something he did. I closed my eyes again and let the last version of us go. I kept my phone off for 3 full days. The most peaceful 72 hours of my adult life. When I finally turned it back on Monday morning, my phone came alive like it had been possessed by an alarm clock. 78 missed calls, 143 texts, 32 voicemails. The TI Tavanine of his unraveling was perfectly predictable. Friday night. Seriously, you left. So dramatic. Whatever. Leora's giving me a ride home. Don't wait up. Saturday morning. You overreacted. I was joking. You can't seriously be mad about a little flirting. Saturday afternoon. Where's your stuff? Where are you? This isn't funny, Azura. Saturday night. Netflix won't let me in. Did you really change the password? Grow up. Also, Wi-Fi is being weird. Did you cancel it? Sunday morning. Are you really doing this over one conversation? God, you're so petty. Sunday afternoon. Okay, I didn't mean it. Please just come home. The apartment feels weird without you. Monday, 6:02 a.m. The internet company says the bill's under your name. I work from home. You can't do this. This is abusive. I'm calling my mom. He did call his mom. Then she called mine. My mother, bless her, called me laughing. Apparently you abandoned poor Kael. He's very concerned, she said. I told her exactly what I had done. I moved out. She laughed. I told him words have consequences. You tell someone to use the door, don't be surprised when they walk through it. Also, I told him to lose your number. Sometimes I forget my mom used to work in law enforcement. She has never lost her skill for taking out the trash, metaphorically or otherwise. By Tuesday, the drama moved to social triangulation. My phone pinged again. This time it was Naira, our mutual friend. Kael is telling people you just disappeared. He says you stole stuff, she said. I sent her a picture of the note I had left on the counter. Her reply came almost immediately. About time. We all saw how he talked to you. None of us could say anything until you were ready. That stung a little. Not because she was wrong, but because she was right. People had noticed. I had spent months pretending they hadn't. By Wednesday, Kael had leveled up to the next stage of drama. He came to my office. The receptionist buzzed me. There's an Kael Cade here to see you. He says it's an emergency. My chest went cold. I didn't want him there. I told her. Please tell him he has to email me. If he doesn't leave, call security. She looked worried. Are you sure? I nodded. I was very sure. From my window, I watched him. He waved his arms and shouted. His face was red, and he looked very angry. He was making a big scene. Security came quickly. He tried to argue, but then he kicked the door as he left. 15 minutes later, HR called. We had a problem this morning, my manager said carefully. Someone said they were your boyfriend? Ex-friend, I corrected. He's not handling the breakup well. He said you stole things that were shared. I smiled, but it was a small, grim smile. I had taken my own things from my apartment. He was mad because I stopped paying his bills. I understood. My manager paused. We'll tell building security. And if you need time off work or a restraining order, just say so. Corporate housing had a lot of perks. My favorite was security that actually respected boundaries. But Kael didn't stop. That Thursday night, he tried one last way to get attention. He made a long Facebook post. He said I gave everything to someone who didn't really love him. He made it sound like I left him with nothing. Narcissists always try to make themselves look like the victim. He tagged me and put up screenshots of our messages. But he carefully cut out the parts where he called me names. His friends commented, "Men always get blamed. She'll regret it. You deserve better, bro." Then Leora, the bartender, wrote, Wait, is this the same Azura you said was crazy when you hit on me Friday night? You told me you were single. The thread got crazy. Kael's coworker Tavin wrote. Wait, you said last week you were already planning to end it. You said she was clingy. Leora wrote again. So which is it, Kael? Did she dump you or did you leave? Within an hour, the post was gone, but the screenshots stayed. My friend Naira sent me everything. Every comment, every screenshot, every word was saved. By Friday, everyone could see that Kael's story didn't make sense. That weekend, I signed a lease on a new apartment. It was small, a one-bedroom, with creaky floors and windows that caught dust like glitter. But it was mine. No shared spaces, no pillows I secretly hated, no cheesy live, laugh, love wall decorations. Just peace. That first night, I sat cross-legged on the floor with my takeout, watching a movie on my laptop. Halfway through, I realized the quiet wasn't lonely. It was safe. I could breathe. I could think. I could just be. Then Kael tried one last thing, trying to get me back. On Tuesday morning, a bouquet of lilies arrived at my old apartment. A note said, I choose you. Come home. I didn't even open it fully. I dropped the flowers in the dumpster on my way to work. 2 days later, an email came. He said, the electric company is going to turn off the power. You can't just leave me. The apartment is still your responsibility. I replied, it's my old apartment. You've been living rent-free for 8 months. You're an adult now. Please take care of it yourself. He emailed back, then move. You know I'm between jobs. You said you worked remotely. You said you were freelance. It's a slow month. Not my problem. He tried again on social media. I'm going to be Hotavinus because my ex left me with nothing. My friend Devin jumped in like a superhero with proof. No, you had 8 months of free rent, free utilities, and her streaming passwords. That's not nothing. The next week, he tried to show off apartments online. New chapter coming soon. Manifesting this view. But reality was very different. The apartments cost $3,000 a month. He made maybe $500. Everyone, even his friends, could see the truth. His mom stopped calling mine. His friends stopped liking his posts. The silence online grew heavy, but it was almost a relief. One night my phone buzzed. Unknown number. He said, who ruined my life? I had everything figured out. Corin won't talk to me. Neither will Tavin. They all think I'm a user. You told me to use the door if I was unhappy. I didn't think you actually would. I didn't reply, but I took a screenshot. Not to get revenge, but to remember. Whenever I doubted myself, I could open it and see the truth. He had said it himself once. I picked you because you never stand up for yourself. He was wrong. I did stand up. I wasn't going back. It had been almost 3 weeks since I left. Kael's spiral went from dramatic to sad. I didn't answer his texts, but friends kept me updated. People love to watch when someone fails. Apparently, he couldn't find a new apartment and moved in with Celine, a friend of a friend. She needed a roommate. Irony? She was the same woman he used to make fun of for having roommates. Celine was practical. She split bills evenly. No overnight guests. No borrowing. No freeloading. He lasted 2 weeks. Celine texted me. Hi, is Kael always like this? He forgot his wallet 3 times, expects me to pay, brought a woman over after I said no guests, used my $60 skincare and denied it. I'm giving him 30 days notice, but he acts like I'm the unreasonable one. I laughed and replied, that's exactly him. She said, good to know it's not just me. Sorry you had to deal with that for so long. That night, I lit a candle, put my phone on silent, and slept better than I had in years. A week later, another message came. Kael, we need to talk. I didn't answer. I'm literally Hotavinus because of you. No, Kael. You're Hotavinus because of you. Just meet me once. I have something important to say. I agreed. Public place, coffee shop, daylight 15 minutes max. He arrived 5 minutes late. I recognized him, but he looked different. His nice shirts and polished look were gone. His hair was messy. His jeans were loose. His hands shook as he held his cup. You look good, he said quietly. You don't, I said. He flinched but didn't argue. We sat quietly. I asked, so what's important? He stared at his coffee. Then he looked up. I get it now. What I lost. What you threw away. The apartment is so empty without you. It echoes. It was always mine, Kael. You just lived in it, I said. He nodded slowly. You were right about the flirting, about everything. Leora doesn't talk to me anymore. That's not surprising, I said. He laughed hollowly. Yeah, I thought she liked me. Turns out she just liked free drinks. He paused. Would you ever try again? No, I said. He looked down. You were the best thing that ever happened to me. I know, I said quietly. That surprised him. You really believe that? I do. I made your life easier, cleaner, more comfortable. I handled things you didn't. But that's the problem, Kael. I wasn't supposed to fix you. You were supposed to meet me halfway. He sighed. Corin said I used him to make you jealous. But you weren't jealous, right? You were just done. I nodded. The night you pointed at the door, I realized the door was right there. I had just been too scared to use it. I didn't mean it, he said quickly. Yes, you did, I said. You thought I'd never leave. That's why you felt safe treating me like I didn't matter. He was crying quietly. No drama, just small tears sliding down. I have to move back home, he said. My parents are making me pay rent. My mom says I need to learn accountability. Good for her, I said. He looked up. Are you happy without me? I thought about my little apartment, my job, my raise, my calm life, my friends' laughter. Yes, I really am, I said. He nodded slowly. We sat quietly until he left, wiping his face. You're colder than I remember. No, I'm just not burning anymore. That was 3 months ago. I heard he's working in retail, living with his parents. He doesn't post on social media. I kept my promotion, got another raise, and started dating someone new. His name is Eamon. He's quiet, steady, and keeps his promises. He makes me feel safe. We built a small, happy life together. Sometimes I remember that night. I remember his voice. If you're unhappy, the door is right there. He was right. The door was there. He never thought I'd leave, and he never thought I wouldn't come back. Now, when people ask what happened, I say the truth. Sometimes the best revenge isn't anger. It's walking away. The apartment felt empty because it was supposed to. I like my little apartment. It's small, but it's mine. I can put my things wherever I want. I can cook what I like. I can dance in the kitchen without anyone watching or complaining. Sometimes I open my windows and the sun shines in just right, and it makes the dust sparkle like tiny stars. I like that. I like feeling safe. I like knowing I don't have to guess if someone cares about me or not. Eamon is steady. When he says he'll call, he calls. When he says he'll be there, he is. I don't have to worry. I don't have to fix him. I don't have to fix anyone. Sometimes I think about Kael. Not with anger. Not with sadness. Just with understanding. I know what happened. I know why I left. I know that leaving was the right choice. The door was always there. He just never thought I'd walk through it. And now, when I open the door to my little apartment, I feel calm. I feel happy. I feel free. I know I did the right thing. I know that sometimes the quietest revenge is simply walking away, living your life, and letting the truth show itself. The echo of the apartment without me was loud, but it was truth. He had to face what he had done. He had to face reality. And I faced life. Life with quiet mornings, peaceful nights, takeout on the floor, sunlight on the windows, friends who care, and a man who loves me for who I am. Life can be messy. Life can be hard. But life is also quiet and safe and kind when you choose it. I chose it. I chose myself. And that's more important than anything else.